Hi everyone! In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a delicious Persian dish called Kuku Sabzi. Now, what is Kuku Sabzi? Cuckoo itself is a genre of Persian food that closely resembles a quiche. So cuckoo is like a Persian quiche, and sabzi means herbs in Persian. So basically, Kuku Sabzi is a Persian quiche filled with loads of fresh herbs. Kuku Sabzi is also a traditional dish to celebrate the Persian New Year called Nowruz. Nowruz starts on the very first day of spring and literally means a new day. Spring is a very hopeful, joyful, and optimistic season. And just like spring, Nowruz is all about celebrating the joy of renewal and growth, hope, and abundance. There are so many charming rituals associated with this beautiful and ancient Persian New Year celebration, like the iconic and very symbolic Nowruz spread called Hafsin. It's so pretty, isn't it? I have written at length about the many beautiful costumes of Nowruz on my blog, but there's not enough time to get into it here, really. So I encourage you to look into this ancient celebration on your own. Now back to Kuku Sabzi. Kuku Sabzi is a traditional Persian New Year dish because symbolically the green herbs in this dish represent new life and renewal, and the eggs represent fertility. Now let's roll up our proverbial sleeves and make the yummy and traditional Persian food called Kuku Sabzi. We need eggs, fresh herbs, spices, walnuts, and barberries. Exact measurements in the description box below. Let's take a closer look. We'll need turmeric, baking powder, barberries, salt to taste, black pepper to taste, tablespoon of flour, and walnuts. Now let's take a look at the fresh herbs that we need. We need dill, mint, scallions, cilantro, and parsley, plus 2 crispy lettuce leaves as an option. This lightens the color of cuckoo. We have the ingredients, now it's time for action. Rinse the barberries a few times and then soak them in water for at least 10 minutes to rid of it of anything that you don't want in your cuckoo. And set aside for later. Next, clean and trim the fresh herbs. Now it's time to chop all the fresh herbs. A lot of chopping ahead. Chop, chop, chop. And then finally, we are done with chopping. In a skillet, saute the chopped fresh herbs with just a little bit of oil for 1 minute, no longer. This step helps evaporate some of the moisture from the fresh herbs, which in turn prevents the cuckoo from becoming soggy. After sauteing the herbs for a minute, return to the bowl and set aside for the time being. And it's time to get cracking. Break the eggs into a large bowl. Beat eggs with a fork or with an egg beater. Now it's time to mix things up. Add the salt, pepper, flour to the eggs, then mix it a bit. Add turmeric, barberries, walnuts, and dissolve baking powder in a bit of water and add that to the mix as well. Stir to mix well. And finally, add the fresh herbs that we had set aside after lightly sauteing for just 1 minute. We've added all the ingredients together by now, and just make sure to mix everything well. And guess what? We have our beautiful batter. And we are ready to cook our cuckoo. Heat 5 tablespoons of oil in a skillet on high heat. Add a bit of the batter to the skillet as a test. Once the bit puffs up, the skillet is hot enough and it's time to pour in the batter. Lower to medium heat, cover, and cook for 10 to 12 minutes until the batter is cooked on its bottom side and it has puffed up a bit, a nice bit. Using the edge of a spatula, cut the cuckoo into 4 pieces and flip each edge over. Add a bit more oil and cook uncovered this time on medium heat for approximately 5 to 7 more minutes until the batter is evenly cooked throughout. Once the cuckoo is nicely cooked, placed on a serving platter, garnish with things like sauteed barberries and walnuts, and serve. Kuku Sabzi is delicious, served either hot or cold, and it's perfect for picnics, and it makes for a tasty lunch or dinner, either as a light entree or a side dish or an appetizer. It is also customary in Iran to serve kuku sabzi with yogurt and bread when having it for lunch. And as mentioned before, it is served for the Persian New Year as a traditional side dish, served alongside mixed herb rice and fish. So I hope you'll make this, enjoy it, and Nusha Jan, as we say in Iran. Nusha Jan.